Hey everybody, Red October. Today is July the 9th, Saturday morning. Just up having my coffee like I normally do on the weekends and just going through some social media stuff. And I saw an article from a local news station that was speaking with a retired officer on what someone should do or not do when an officer approaches your car due to the recent events of taking place where two different individuals were shot. Um, and there's some good advice on there. I think it's just common sense. As an adult, uh, you should know this for you young people out there. And I doubt there's any really young people on my channel, but I think this is something for you to pass on to your kids so that if and when they find themselves in a situation where a cop pulls them over, that you explain to them, um, don't reach for something, don't be fidgety at the in your car when the officer's right there. Just stay calm. If you can have your license registration available or insurance, if not, then just wait for the officer to approach your vehicle, hands on the wheel at 10 and 2. Be polite, be respectful. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, officer, no, officer. I know to some of you young folks out there that may seem kind of cheesy, and in this day and age and the world that we live in, these kids know everything. Of course, we've all told our parents, I know," but now, my response is always, no, you don't know, because you haven't experienced life and you're not at my age. But it's just a good thing to talk to your kids about and let them know that uh, the result and outcome could be serious. I mean, there's enough events and videos on YouTube of these type of situations that escalate, that go above and beyond, that don't really have to go there. Number one is just attitude, keeping calm and just try to be relaxed. I get nervous myself. I don't like to get pulled over, but definitely just staying calm, keeping your hands on the wheel, and just waiting for the officer to see your hands. One of the things that I can recall on the few times that I have been pulled over, and is waiting for the officer to approach, keeping my hands on the wheel, and when they ask for my license and registration, you know of course I waited for them to ask for that. I got a license out of my wallet, and I told the officer I'm going to reach in my glove compartment to get my insurance out, and he responded with a nod, looking at me, saying, "Okay," so that he knows, hey, this guy's not, he's not looking around and then sees me fidgeting and then doesn't know what I'm reaching for. Because I never want the situation to escalate to that point where he's yelling at me and directing me to get out of the vehicle and then putting me in face on the ground and just kind of manhandling me or roughing me up more than necessary. Um, Especially if you have injuries, an arm injury, a shoulder, or knee, the officers, there's not going to be any time to say, hey, take it easy, I have a bad knee. He's just going to do what he needs to do to make sure that he's safe. So, why escalate a situation that doesn't need to be escalated? Attitude is everything. Again, I know we live in a day and age where people do not like to be scolded. People do not like to be told what to do. People don't like to be commanded. Uh, that commandment where it's like, freeze, don't say anything, don't do this, don't do that. And then people react with, this is America. I have a right to say what I want to say, or you can't tell me you ain't my daddy, or whatever. And that's just copping an attitude with the officer that really doesn't need to take place. And again, we've seen it time and time again. You've seen videos where somebody gets pulled over, they get an attitude with the officer. It doesn't matter if they're white, black, brown. We know what the end result is. It's not going to end well. I always tell people that I know and my kids, just go through the process, be done with it. If the officer's wrong, go file a complaint because you live to tell another day. You live to fight another day, and that would be not at the time that you get pulled over, that is not the time to take a stance and fight. You're not going to win. It's not going to be in your favor. Go through the process. They may piss you off. You may be upset that you got pulled over and you're just having a bad day. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, officer. Inside, you may be feeling like every cuss word in the book you want to say. You have to remember they're doing their job. There are some good cops out there. There's a lot of good cops. And then there's some just stinky cops that just shouldn't be cops at all because they just don't belong in the force. And they somehow slip through like everyone else does at regular jobs. You question how this asshole become a supervisor. Well, he slipped through the cracks. It's just something that you should talk to your kids about. And for you grown folks that don't know, this is the end result. That yeah, you're free to react and say what you want to say, but those reactions and those responses could get you in a lot of trouble. And not that either one of these recent incidents of these African American males deserve to die. I think it's just unfortunate that, you know, color may have had something to do with it. I'm not saying it is or not. Um, the way that the a community of folks, whether it's white or black, responses to a situation, and I saw this on some other videos and some chats, and I think this is a good point to make. When you get pulled over by a police officer, don't run, don't fight. That's like the worst thing you can do. Uh, don't shoot at the officers. I mean, these are just common sense. You do not do. And it's just a fact. There is a how should I say this? There is generally a race that does this and a race that doesn't do this. I'm not saying all of this race does this or all of the other race doesn't do it, because there are incidents where it's white, black, brown. They do run, they do shoot back at the cops, but you know, I think this is where the cops kind of factor in that I'm going to be on extra high alert because they're this group of people have been known to run. This group of people have been known to shoot back or carry guns or be violent or whatever the case may be. And I'm trying to be sensitive on how I say that because I'm not saying it's all blacks or it's whites, it's brown, it's everybody. But the majority of cases where people end up going jail, people end up running from the law because they say, well, it's happened before. My friend has gotten in trouble because he's black or he's white or he's brown. Don't run from the cops. Period. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna escape like you see on TV. Do not pull out a firearm on an officer. They will shoot you back. And they've had a lot of training, a lot more training than you and I. I have a friend that's going through the academy right now, and they go through thousands of rounds. I mean, they train like nothing. Um, and the amount of ammo that he says he's gone through, it just like whoa, like that would be a lot if you had to pay for that at the gun range or just bring it. So just lessons learned. I think it's something that we should all have a discussion with our kids, our family members, and just say common sense, keep calm, keep your hands on the wheel, respond to the officer respectfully, don't cop an attitude, don't fight, don't run. You live to fight another day. All right, thanks for watching. Red October out.